No electricity for a year or more. Computers and other electronics destroyed. Planes falling out of the sky. No clean water. No food. Pandemics. As many as 300 million Americans dead in a year. This may sound like a nightmare, but a congressional committee says it could happen in the wake of an attack known as an EMP.
EMP, shorthand for electromagnetic pulse. It is generated by detonating a small, actually low-yield fission bomb approximately 200 to 250 miles above the Earth's atmosphere. That sets off what's known as the Compton effect. The gamma ray burst from the bomb, hits the upper atmosphere, starts splitting off free electrons, sets up a static discharge that cascades through the atmosphere, and literally within milliseconds overloads the electrical grid on the surface of the Earth and can blow out the entire power grid of the United States in 1 second.
What happens when the grid comes down is there are surges of electricity that blow the big transformers. The estimate is that we could lose somewhere between 100 and 200 of those. That means that the grid would be down for a year or more.
If you are watching a plane overhead, many of them will just turn into flying bricks because modern planes are computer controlled. They come down and then the chaos starts. With the entire grid down, there's no electricity, which means no water supply, refrigeration's gone. A vast majority of cars would be short-circuited off, particularly any cars made after 1990. You lose your transportation, you lose command and control.
There's 3 days food supply in the average city. So if the trucks don't run, you run out of food very quickly.
And when we get 20 to 25 days into such an event, when everybody's out of food, how many people will be willing to kill for a McDonald's hamburger? Especially if their child is starving. That's when it starts getting very ugly.
A month after this, already the effects of little or no potable drinking water, no treatment of sanitation. There's going to be a lot of diseases.
It's an existential threat to our society. It threatens the existence of our society, of our civilization, because we've never been so dependent upon technology for our survival in human history as we are today. If you have a blackout that lasts a year, no one can tell me how we can keep a population of 320 million people alive without food and water.
Most people believe that if we have not prepared, and we have not prepared, if we have not prepared for an EMP attack, that probably within the first year, maybe as many as 90% of our people will die.